Hello everyone, welcome to Himalaya channel. In this video, we are going to start a new subject, history, that is class 6 NCERT, our past 1. This is the book we are referring, our past 1, class 6th. Okay. The first chapter is what, where, how and when. It gives basic details about what is history, where did earliest people lived, how did we come to know the events of history, etc. So what is history? History is a chronological account of events as they took place in the past. See, in our past, many events took place. Okay, what is the order of those events and what is the event all about? Knowing about is called as history. Okay, the next question is, why should we study history? History, no doubt, it tells us about our past, but it also gives us information about our predecessors, about their culture, about their lifestyle, etc. All this information is useful to solve the problems of present day world. That is why studying of history is important. Next thing is time frames of history. Here, how do we come to know about the sequence? Which event happened after what other event? See, here we do not know when history started. Okay, means it keeps on going and we are somewhere here, you imagine. Okay, 21st century. Okay, so how did we come to the conclusion about this? What is the reference point here? The reference point what we take here as, that is birth of Jesus Christ. Okay, here it is taken as 0. First century begins from here. Okay, the events which occurred before the birth of Jesus Christ, we will refer them as BC. Means the dates will be followed by BC here. For example, if I write 600 BC, it refers to the event which occurred 600 years before the birth of Jesus Christ. Okay, if I write here 750 AD, then it refers to the event which occurred 750 years after the birth of Jesus Christ. Means here AD stands for Anno Domini. In this manner, dates will be followed by either BC or AD. Okay. And one more way we can divide this history, timeline of history, it can be divided into 3 stages. One is prehistory, proto-history and history. Here. Okay. Prehistory refers to those events where if you want to know about the events, then we will not be having any written evidences. Okay. For example, you take Stone Age. If you wanted to know about Stone Age, there is no written records from which we can study and we can come to know about it. Okay. So here we need to go for archaeological sources. Then what is proto-history? Proto-history refers to the events in history where there are some written records of that period. Okay. But we are not able to understand that. For example, if we take Indus Valley civilization, here we have got script. Okay. But we are unable to understand that period. It comes under proto-history. Then what is history? Here, whatever events has occurred during this period of time, for that we have plenty of written evidences. For example, Vedic civilization, Vedic period, if you wanted to know about that, then for early Vedic period, we can refer Rig Veda. Okay. So even this is how we can divide the history, timeline of history. Next, we will see like where did earliest people live. Earliest people usually preferred the path of the river. Okay, they followed the path of the river. Earliest people were hunters and gatherers. They were having all the information about their surroundings, like what plants they should eat, what they should not eat, what fruits they should consume, okay, which season, where they should move, all that information. Means earlier they were hunters and gatherers. Okay, gradually they started settling, they started domesticating animals, okay, and they started with next primitive agriculture. Here in Sulaiman, this region, and Kirtar hills, we find cultivation of wheat. Okay. Earliest rice cultivation occurred in North India, that is above Vindhyas. In this manner, gradually settlement occurred on the banks of these rivers and cities got developed. Okay. Here famously Indus Valley civilization on the banks of the river Indus and its tributaries. And 2500 years ago, if we take, the cities flourished even on the banks of river Ganga and its tributaries. Here famous one is Magadha, Kashi, Vajji. Okay, these were called as Mahajanapadas. And lastly, we should not forget the importance of Himalayan mountain, which acted as a natural barrier between India and Central Asia. Fine. Now we shall know how did we get our country name as India. India and Bharat here. See, India has traced from this river Indus. Initially, when Iranians and Greeks, when they came to India through this northwest, they were knowing river Indus. Okay. Then they started referring the land east of this Indus river as India. Okay. Here, then the river Indus is also referred to as Sindhu in Sanskrit. Now coming to the word Bharat. Okay. Bharat, it refers to the group of people, okay, group of people which is mentioned in Rig Veda. Bharata, okay, group of people which is mentioned in this Rig Veda. Okay. So finally, we can say the names of in our country as India and Bharat. Even in our constitution, Article 1 mentions both these names. Next, we shall know how do we know about the past? Okay, how did we know about our past? Here, see, one way is through archaeologists and through historians. Okay, they study several sources and tell us about the past. There are two sources. One is archaeological, another one is literary. Okay. Now, what is archaeology? Archaeology means it is a study of human history and prehistory through excavation of sites, okay, and analysis of physical remains. Means after excavating, so whatever the remains are obtained and studying and analyzing that. Okay. Archaeologists use sources like monuments, artifacts, inscriptions, and coins. Here. Okay. Inscriptions. This is the inscription here. Okay. What you are seeing above is manuscript. How are they different from each other? See here, if you take manuscript, manuscript itself is derived from two words. One is manu, another one is script. Manu refers to by hand. Manu means by hand. Script means it comprises of letters and symbols. Here. Okay. Manuscript means the letters and symbols written by hand. It is called as manuscripts. They were usually written on palm leaf or this birch tree, bark of a birch tree. Okay. But the disadvantage of it is biodegradable here. Okay. See, here you can see lot of insects have already eaten this. Okay. The alternative to this is inscription. Inscription means writing on a hard surface. Here, this hard surface can be a stone or it could be a metal. Fine. The next one, if we see handwritten or other written record of the past, it is called as literary source. So literary source here, it refers to inscription, or even it can refer to what? Manuscript. The literary source, it can include two types of literature here. Okay, it could be religious literature or it could be even secular literature. Moving on to the next one. Who studied? Okay, sources of history. It is the archaeologists and historians. As we have discussed, archaeologists studied remains of buildings, which could be they were made out of stones, bricks, paintings, and sculptures. And what about historians? They were the other group of people who were like, studied the past and used information found in inscriptions, seals, and scripts. Okay, understood? Okay, that's it in this video. So what did we discuss, guys? Here we try to understand what is history, okay, and where did earliest people lived in. Fine. Then the India, okay, and about who studied the history. Okay, what is this inscription and what is script, what is manuscript, etc. Okay, if you found this video useful, please like it, share it, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.